Yeah, what's going on? So, I've been editing a video right now, and I just sort of had an urge to, I guess, sort of make this little video journal. Because Greece has opened up my eyes and given me a lot of sort of realizations, and I mean, firstly ideas about what I'm gonna do on this channel. Also ideas about what I'm gonna be doing on my main channel too, and everything. And honestly, I think the sort of direction I think I've sort of realized I want to go in is just like to summarize it into one word is pure authenticity. Well, that's two words, but authenticity. And I mean, basically all throughout my time in Greece, I was just filmmaking, recording, and shit. And obviously, I was doing stuff for my family too. But it's like, I went to Albania. I went on like some massive hike as well, in like 40 or close to 40-degree weather. I think it was like 38 it got up to, in a countryside that I had about a few hours hiking in a bag with no hip straps while I was sunburnt to the point where I felt weak from the sunburn. Um, and that's probably like genuinely the scariest, probably the closest I've actually come to death. We're gonna come on to that in the video in the film when I edit it. That's what I was gonna go into. I was filming everything, I was making everything. I was just fucking recording everything in the way I enjoy doing it. And I realized how I recorded some talking head videos while I was out in the dunes, and I realized sort of that's just sort of what I didn't like about it. I was making the videos as a guru. I was making the videos as I don't know, this sort of guru teacher where I've got the dream life and here's what you have to do to get it to. And obviously that's like positive for so many guys, you know. It's like I've achieved what so many guys dream of achieving, what so many guys believe isn't impossible, I have achieved. And so I'm sort of an inspiration for them, and that's sort of what I'm trying to go all in on, I guess. But it's like this video here, it wasn't scripted word for word, but it was very heavily like bullet pointed, and everything was just sort of in alignment to like sort of pushing obviously my message, but also for like setting up the pitch at the end to go to my free course. And it's like I feel like I've definitely been moving away from like the sort of guru. In fact, no, I disagree with that. I feel like I've been moving more towards the guru type and everything, like showing myself traveling and whatnot, and I don't like that. I don't know what it is about it. I don't want to be I want to be the anti-guru, not the guru. I want to be different from that. I want to be ruthlessly authentic. It's like I think I kind of have been moving towards that in a way, I guess. I mean, it's like, for example, like optimizing for like guru-ness, optimizing for like making money and like getting sales and shit. So what would be best for that is probably just to spam out a lot of talking head videos in Instagram stories, go get my fucking free lead magnet, go down the funnel and whatnot. Um, but honestly, like I don't fucking like that business shit. Like I want to make my films and whatnot, but I don't want to just do it for myself because in a weird way that's kind of selfish. I want to still have like a massive impact on people. I want to inspire. I want to potentially change the world with this shit in the future, you know. And so I still do have to have some of, I guess, that like business side to it. I can't just be like, oh yeah, money doesn't matter. But I think I do need to go all in on the sort of authenticity, and whatnot, and sort of just make my films how I want to make them, and don't change shit whatsoever to sort of make it work a bit better. Actually, there's a thing I want to mention about that. So my most sort of recent film that I edited all in one go before I left for Greece. This one here. Probably the best video I've ever made. Pretty proud of it. Edited it in 18 hours straight, just 18 hours straight editing session. Um, and I was thinking of adding a section at the start, which would have like completely ruined the hook. But kind of foreshadowing to the end to create some sort of cycle. It's like the song I used at the very end is Le vent nous portera. Le vent nous portera. The wind, the wind will carry us, is what it translates to. And pretty much the whole I mean, it's a day in the life video, but the whole premise of the sort of film, the video, is, I mean, basically the way it goes, it's a day in my life, normal day. I don't need to push hard because shit's already going well. I'm leaving for Greece soon. Everything's going so well, don't need to push hard. Then I kind of have a little realization that actually I do need to push hard because it's not just about me. It's all about my sort of greater mission. It's not just about like say making money and living my life for myself. It's about my greater mission, changing the world and whatnot. And then pretty much I sort of just go through challenges. Oh yeah, but it's so hard locking in and everything, and just sort of following the story arc. And then the next main bit is So I'm feeling depressed. Oh, it's so hard to lock in, you know. I don't feel like working hard. And then it's like, oh yeah, like I need some sort of stars to align for me. I need something to like basically push me along. I need something. Basically, I need a way for the stars to align at. And yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, yeah, I need some way for the stars to align. I just said that like 5 times. But then I'm like, yeah, but that's never ever gonna happen. Um, and then it's like, oh yeah, the fucking BBC like contacted me about a documentary, which it is confirmed. I am definitely 100%. Well, unless I die, I'm gonna be in it. They messaged this morning about that, which is pretty sick. Um, and then pretty much throughout the whole thing, I'm just foreshadowing to like, you have some sort of wind in your sails, constantly pushing you along. You have some sort of like wind like carrying you basically. And that whole like BBC contacting me thing, which it wasn't scripted, that just kind of happened on the day I was going to record this video, this film, this day in the life, which is actually pretty crazy. But the whole sort of premise point I made with the sort of film, the video, the whole message I was getting out of it is le vent nous portera, the wind will carry us. There's some sort of wind constantly pushing you along in life to whatever your goal is, or not even whatever your goal is, whatever your sort of deeper core purpose, like wherever you're gonna end up, like life, the wind, it's whatever this deeper force is, the universe, it will push you there. And that's this whole sort of premise of that video. And it's like I rewatch it and I sort of almost cringe at myself in a little bit of a way because when I'm in a different bit of a mindset, because I'm like, yeah, it's so like wishy-washy spiritual, doesn't make sense. I'm just, oh, I'm gonna change the world. But I think sometimes when I do get in that mindset, like the sort of deeper, more spiritual mindset, I guess, I do really resonate with that. And I was in a much deeper spiritual mindset when I made that video. And I think that's sort of what I like about filmmaking. It's just, it can be so ruthlessly, authentically me. Like, I don't give a fuck about people understanding, like 99, or probably like 90% of my audience doesn't speak French. For some reason, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying for some reason. I know why a big proportion of my audience does speak French. But it's like, I think my dad said like 90% of people like wouldn't understand the point. And even out of the people who do speak French and who do understand the lyrics of the song, it's like even then they still might not get the point, you know. And I think it's sort of like any great work in a way. It's like Shakespeare and I don't know, like poems and shit. It's like they have meaning because you have to find the meaning. It's like, let's say there's a poem and the poem has a message in it. The poem doesn't give you the message straight away directly, because if it gave you the message straight away directly, it would be meaningless. You'd have the message, but it would be meaningless because I think it's so fucking. It relates back to the meaning of life, but it's like the meaning exists because you find the meaning. If the meaning just exists by itself without you finding it, then the meaning is meaningless. If that makes sense, the meaning exists because you sort of put effort into finding the meaning, and this is a whole sort of fucking paradox and shit that I'm only just sort of articulating now. But I mean, this kind of relates in with what the meaning of life is. In a weird way, the meaning of life is to find meaning. And that is really fucking trippy. But I mean, that's just sort of how I see it as my meaning to my life. I don't know, someone will say, oh yeah, the meaning of life is to make a load of money and then whatever, but that's besides the point. What I was getting to, if I can remember, well, it was pretty much with my films and with what I'm doing here, and I promise this will all relate back to the authenticity. Pretty much what I'm doing with my films is I want them to just like sort of have that deeper meaning where like you have to fucking find the meaning. And I mean, it could be interpreted in many different ways, but I want to have like the meaning not hidden, but like I want to have I want to have like give the message meaning by actually like making the viewer go on a journey to try and find the meaning, not only in just a journey by watching the video, also a journey like trying to figure out what I'm saying and everything. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if that shit goes viral on YouTube or not. I mean, I think the point I was getting to is like, I'm not optimizing them for virality. I'm optimizing them to like just be cool shit, you know, and make them how I want. And that's exactly what I'm optimizing them for. And I think that's just sort of what I love. That's like ruthlessly authentic to me, and it's not sort of optimizing. I mean, I remember this one. I was going to mention this earlier. I was gonna add this section. I think I already said that I was gonna add this section before it like cycled back to the end and everything, and I didn't end up doing that just because, partially because I didn't have enough time because I was sort of rushing it before we had to leave the airport. I was making the thumbnail while the taxi was waiting outside for us. We can just summarize it to that, and I ended up uploading the thumbnail and uploading the video while I was in the airport. So we can just sort of that's pretty much how close I got to not uploading that before we went to Greece, but. Yeah, I think honestly, like, I just need to fucking go all in on my authenticity, like ruthlessly fucking authentic. And I think another thing Greece has made me realize, like, it was time away from my business in the sense, like, I had my phone and I had like some like shitty little laptop. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching that, because I'm referring to his laptop there. And it was really hard to just get any meaningful like work done other than filming. Like the only thing I could really do was film and record and everything. Because like if I want to plan videos, I mean I could kind of plan videos on a little laptop, but the keyboard's not great and there's nowhere like to properly do it. And it's like I just couldn't get into the space to do it. Like doing messages and client leads and everything. Like I couldn't use like Loom on my computer where I can like screen record and everything because it wasn't good enough. And it's like, it was all fucking tiny screen and little, but I just couldn't follow up leads, and it's not work I particularly actually enjoy anyway. So the whole way my sort of funnel goes is like, basically get everyone into my free community, give them away the free course and everything, help people for free as much as I fucking can. Like, I'm getting this, you know, that's actually a side point, but it kind of pisses me off how many people are, and this is not me trying to promote myself. Again, this is just my fucking authentic journals. I'm saying this like, what? How far? If the screen will turn on? I'm saying this 12 minutes into a fucking Sam's Journal video, so no one's hearing this. Or at least no one meaningful will hear this, but it's like I help so fucking many people to get their first sales, and it pisses me off. It's actually annoying, like, how little I make in comparison to that, if that makes sense. And, like, how few people actually buy in comparison to how many people I actually help. And I know it'll all pay off eventually and everything, but it's I've gone all in on helping people and I'm not getting anything back. And that's not me saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop helping people now for free and everything, but I think it's just one of those sort of things where you got to build up the goodwill, and eventually, I mean, it'll pay out eventually. That's a sort of side point, but the way my funnel goes is get people into the $3,000 protocol, basically help them, give them my course, everything away for free. Those who aren't like idiots, I go help them for free too. Like getting coaching calls with them and everything, and put effort into helping people for free. And I do enjoy it to some extent because I just do enjoy helping people. But it's just so much time and effort for like each one person. I so much more enjoy like making my films and like visualizing my mission and doing the work which will impact 1,000 people and not just one person. And it feels like that work where I'm just doing it to impact one person, just helping one person. It feels like I'm just doing it for money. And in a strange way, like I am helping that person and everything, and it's like I do give like full like money back guarantees and everything with my coaching. But it still does feel like I'm just doing it for money. With the coaching and leads and everything, which I don't like. I was thinking while I was out on that hike, and I was completely out of my head because it was like 38 Celsius. And I was so incredibly tired, like exhaustion level tired. And it's like pretty much to summarize what happened. In fact, no, I'm not even gonna like hint at that. I haven't even told anyone like the details of what sort of happened there. But you'll find out in the film when I release the film about the hike and everything in Greece. But pretty much I was just basically really bad position, really bad condition. And I just sort of like said to myself, like, I love this. I just love this. It's like I was fucking, that's a little thing in my leg. I was like exhausted, and at the same time I was still like leaving the shade. I mean, there wasn't even much shade anyway. But at the same time, I was still like standing out in the sun for like longer than I needed to. I was still like spending like an extra like 25% of the time that I could have like got the hike done in. Like walking an extra 25% of the distance to like film myself and everything and get like really long shots and good shots. Even though I was so exhausted and tired, and I just fucking love doing that. And it just made me like compare like that sort of work to fucking on my computer doing cool coaching calls and everything, and it's like I just loved it so much more, like being out in the fucking Greek hills, like hiking and recording and everything and thinking, and that's like my style of work. And also I think, yeah, like making the films too, and filmmaking is me. Filmmaking is ruthlessly, authentically me. And I think it's just kind of made me realize that I need to move away from the sort of funnel I'm doing now. And I'll be honest with you, it's not even actually doing that well recently. Maybe because I've spent like a week off it in Greece. I don't know, but it's I need something automatic. I really do need something automatic, which I can just sort of automatically sell, like some sort of program. I don't want to sell a sort of course, because I want to have interaction with the people I help and everything. But yeah, it's definitely some form of program, and the sort of bullet points I think I've sort of got for it is I mean, maybe a money back guarantee. I don't know if I can do a money back guarantee for a program where I'm not helping them directly, or maybe I do. Maybe it's like, yeah, in fact, no, I could, because if I sort of charged it like yearly, for example, or like a one-time payment thing, so I'm not charging monthly for it, because then China just fucks you up. Or no, maybe we do a payment plan where it's like, I don't know, $1,000 for a year, but you can pay it $100 a month. Then it's sort of locked in, because I'm not dealing with monthly churn. I want members to, if I start a program, it'd be members staying in for a long fucking time and like becoming brothers together. I'm not dealing with churn. I'm not dealing with churn by charging monthly. And so yeah, it'd be some sort of, I mean, it wouldn't be cheap as fuck. It'd still be a decent investment for people, so they are committed to it. It'd be focused around, yeah, community, brotherhood, and then, yeah, I guess we'd just sort of have some premium course where I teach the shit I can't teach everyone. Probably, I mean, we definitely have community calls and group coaching calls and shit, and I think maybe over time I'll probably start out with like, you get one-on-one coaching by joining, and then slowly over time, as more people join, I decrease the amount of one-on-one I do with everyone. I think that'll probably work best. But I really do like the idea of having some sort of money back guarantee, where it's like, I don't know, if they can stay consistent with it for like 6 months or a year, if they're not on like $1,000 a month or more, I don't know, and then they get their money back. I think I'd want to do it sort of that way. I don't know. My mind's just, it's. I need to think about this shit more. And I need to sort of learn more about how, if I was to start up some sort of program, how I would do it. But yeah, another idea I had, like with the sort of this channel here, the video journals and everything. Yeah, fucking hell, you can see how sunburnt I am. With these sort of video journals and shit, it's, I mean, I had the sort of idea to be like making them daily, maybe, and just sort of talking about shit that I wouldn't normally feel free to talk about, which I'm not too sure about yet. It's like maybe talking about girls and shit like that happen in Greece, and I don't know, because that's not shit I really talk about too much. Maybe because I know my dad watches everything I do. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I think I do need to definitely just become more ruthlessly authentic, because like I said with this video here, it's not this. It's very much like Guru-esque. It's like, make money online is ruining your life is the title for it. And it's like, I'm not like saying shit I'm not proud of, but it just feels so scripted and artificial, you know? I want it to be a lot more natural, and I want it to be just me, you know? I really do just want it to be me. And I don't want to fall into the authenticity trap when the shit isn't of quality whatsoever. Like, I love making my videos high quality. There's sort of second channels where I just don't care about the quality, I think. Even so, like, I still like record on my GoPro, and I was gonna record on my phone because then I can directly upload it and everything. I still record with my GoPro and everything, just for sort of a bit of a quality boost, I guess. But yeah. Okay, summary, what have I learned from talking here? Because I like making these videos to sort of yap and articulate my thoughts. What have I learnt? I need to be ruthlessly authentic. Go all in on my filmmaking, make them for me. And then for the talking head videos, I just like I make a video when I have an idea, not the other way around. Make a video when I have an idea, not make a video to find an idea. And then also setting up some sort of automatic program selling thing, I think should be best. But at the same time, it's like I also want to sell high ticket, so I don't know. Do I want to sell high ticket? I mean, if someone sort of just paid me, then they had access to everything, including like group coaching calls and everything. And I helped them a bit, but there was no like pressure on me to it. It's like only when I wanted to. Would I be happy with that? I mean, I've definitely learned that with one-on-one coaching, I don't want many clients whatsoever, like whatsoever. I'm thinking probably one, and maybe two at max, and even maybe none. I think if I was to sell high ticket, it'd be a very unique sort of, I mean, when I say high ticket, I mean like coaching, like one-on-one. If I was to sell something one-on-one again, I think it would need to be so unique and so fucking expensive for it to be worth my time. Because it's like I look at my school community. It's got kind of dead recently because I haven't been active on it. I mean, it's not dead, to be fair. Yeah, okay, it isn't dead, but it's like there's so many guys here who it's like they're part of the community. I've helped them. They're making their first sales. It's fucking sick, and I'm pretty much brothers with them. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. Je dois me lire très tôt à demain. Sunburn. Yeah. That fuck kills. That's just how he is sometimes. I think I'm gonna rewatch my recent film and see what I think after that. Okay. Yeah, I really need to still carry on articulating my thoughts, but this is where we've got so far. But yeah, man, appreciate you watching. If you're committed, you've watched 24 minutes of me yapping, that's pretty cool. If you want to join this sort of free course, the $1,000 protocol that I've mentioned, and you don't know where it is or whatever, you haven't joined already, you can probably just just search up Sam Walford on YouTube or somewhere, and you can find it. It's on school.com, and you can join it there for free. But yeah.